Wo ist denn ein gutes Katzen-Video? Oh!
The cats make the house feel alive.
Oh, wow.
When we bought this house in 1988, it came with 2 outdoor, feral cats. And then one of them was killed, hit by a car.
Oh.
And then the second one was hit by a car and had to go to the vet for quite a bit of reconstructive surgery. So we made her an indoor cat. And then to get her company, because the other one had been killed, we went to the shelter and adopted a couple cats. And that's just started down the road. Cheesecake,
Süß.
chocolate, nutter,
Ein Siamchen. Oh, hübsch.
butter, crumple, rumple, cookie, poppy seed, kuro, nui, secret,
Warte mal, wie viele Katzen?
wasabi, coffee bean, donut. So they're all rescues. We
15.
adopt them from shelters as far south as San Diego and as far north as San Francisco.
We start getting
Sweet.
kittens every year. Over time, we are getting more and more. And then when we realize there's so many cats.
After a certain point, there's no turning back. It's this is their house and we're living here with them.
All the rooms are connected. At night, sometimes at 2 or 3 in the morning, they'll start chasing each other on the catwalks. And they can go really fast. And it's pretty loud. It does wake us sometimes. Catwalks, I think the first one I built in 1995 actually was this one. For the walk, just the walks, I've probably spent $40,000 or $50,000. And they can be done a lot cheaper, but the catwalks are for the cats, they're also for me. They're architecturally interesting to me, the colors, and we always try to do something interesting, the shapes. There's spirals, there's bridges, there's arch bridges. A lot of the tunnels have faces on them, and one of my favorites is that in the upstairs bathroom there's a tunnel with a shark.
Yo!
Carpenters actually made teeth, and the cats walk through the
Schau dir mal den Kanal und vor allem das Video an, was ich verlinkt habe. Und, by the way, gibt es ein neues Unusual Meme. Ich sehe den Link nicht,
They
Bro.
scratch the back of the cat, so
Ich will einfach nur
cats
was
like to
Süßes
go back.
gucken, weil gerade das war echt eklig, das Video. Es hat... Chat, kennt ihr das, wenn ihr wirklich, ihr lebt so in eurer Bubble und alles ist fein und dann, so Filme sind auch fein, aber ne, in Filmen, wenn irgendwas Komisches passiert, jemand wird so umgebracht, man fühlt irgendwie nicht wirklich was, das ist halt ein Film, ne, aber manchmal, wenn dann so echte Verbrechen, so Real Crimes, ne, wenn man so eine Doku anguckt über echte Verbrechen und einem fällt dann auf, das ist gar nicht Science Fiction, das ist echt. Soy! Nein, das ist nicht Soy, das ist eine basic, normale, menschliche Emotion. Real Talk. Das ist nicht Soy, sowas ekelhaft zu finden. Noch einer. Tiff. Ist nicht Soy.
So you can't really feel ever there's 15 cats because they never...
Ja, das ist einfach weird, wenn man dann manchmal so aufgeweckt wird und dann, ja, sowas gibt's wirklich. Drogen, Menschenhandel und sowas. Dass es einfach echt ist. Weird.
Group, and they're very calming. So I like them because when you come home and if you're stressed and you sit down, 2 or 3 will come and purr and pet, and it just relaxes you. The koi pond is one of the favorite areas for the cats. They love to watch the fish. They also walk into the koi pond on the rocks and even sometimes put their hands in the water. They've never eaten a fish. So with 15 cats, we have about 22 litter boxes throughout the house. And we put a lot of them in closets where we add ventilating fans that run 24/7 that ventilates outside. So there's negative air pressure, so the smell stays in the closets. We also have 5 Rumbas in the house that we run almost every day that do a really good job picking up cat hair. And then it's just us picking up after the cats a lot.
At first I thought, how can we get rid of these cats? But now I can't think of a single one that I'd want to get rid of.
Cookie was the one that we rescued who had been traumatized. And this year, we suddenly found huge tumors on her. Took her to the vet and they said, it's cancer, there's nothing we do, but we did the surgeries. And after 2 major surgeries, they were all benign. And they had never seen anything like it, so she's fine now. Brings a lot of satisfaction that the idea that we can rescue these cats. You know, we can't solve the world's problems, but I can solve this tiny problem for these cats.
Ja, süß, halt wirklich so ein komplettes, oh. Ein komplettes Haus nur für Katzen. Again!
We've been rescuing cats for almost 30 years. Once I started adopting, it kind of...
Oh wow, wer ist er? Guck mal hier, ha? Not bad.
Started adopting, it kind of became an obsession, and it just kind of snowballed. We currently have 22 cats.
22.
Which sounds insane and wasn't planned. This is Smudge. So there's poppy seed, cheesecake, chocolate, secret, donut, vanilla, smoky, mini bean, Nikon, climber. I'm forgetting a whole bunch. I can't remember anymore.
Oh, guck, wie happy er ist.
Hi, Blackbird. If you're a cat person, to me, the moment that the cat trusts you, because cats are usually wary, I just find that aspect of it to be amazing.
Ja. Ja, ich weiß noch, wie wir die eine Katze von der Straße aufgegabelt haben. Dann habe ich mich ins Bett gelegt und die Katze war dann im Raum und ist dann sofort unter das Bett gerannt und hatte super, super Angst. Und dann nach einer Stunde oder so kam sie immer und immer und immer näher und hat sich dann irgendwann neben mich gelegt. Das war süß.
I like to adopt cats that are hard to place. You know, we take black cats because of superstition are hard to place. And I like to take shy cats because most people don't want them. All cats are different. Some cats want to be social, some want to be their own space. And we started building catwalks about 25 years ago.
Oh wow, wie geil. Chat, aber das Haus an sich ist auch cool. Das sieht aus wie in so einem Disney-Film so ein bisschen. So ein bisschen Texas mit so einem Zeichentrickfilm. Auch hübsch, also diese Wege und sowas ist sehr schön, sehr hübsch. Und hier zu baden und dann laufen hier überall so Katzen, das ist schon geil. Schon sehr schön. Künstlerhaus, ja.
The house is filled with walks, it's filled with fountains, both for the sound and because the cats drink from them.
Oh.
The reward is we have this Zen-like experience for us and the cats. 22 cats, they're 22 different sentient beings.
Oh, nein.
My first experience with FIP was 4 years ago. We had adopted 2 kittens, and one of them, Peanut, was diagnosed with FIP, and I had never heard of it. And it's this horrible disease that usually attacks kittens and older cats. Peanut lasted 5 days from diagnosis to the time we had to euthanize her. I was told it was really rare, and I thought, I've been doing this for 25 years. It's the first time I saw it. I'll never see it again. We adopted 2 more kittens, Vanilla and Miss Bean. And Miss Bean was diagnosed with FIP. But through the magic of the internet and the fame of my cats, I was put in touch with UC Davis. They were starting a drug trial. And Miss Bean was accepted.
Oh, guck mal. Miss Bean.
Ultimately, she didn't make it, but they learned a great deal from studying her. I found Smokey, another FIP kitten. It was a little scary, knowing what I had just gone through, that I was probably going to go through that again. But Smokey, unlike Miss Bean, did respond, one of the rare ones that did. He went through 12 weeks of twice daily painful shots. That was the protocol. And he would never run away. He's now completely recovered.
Ja, er hat überlebt.
Now one of the very few cats who survived FIP. He's a pretty special cat. The researchers who have been studying this, they've been studying it for 50 years. And only this year is the first time they were actually able to cure a cat. And so
ist die erste Katze, die geheilt wurde
that
davon.
inspired us to raise money for the researchers to speed this drug. My main business is construction. I have a construction company, which is how I could build all these catwalks. We never stop building catwalks. We build them
also wirklich sehr gut gemacht, diese Catwalks.
as
Sehr gut.
money and time allows, and we've never built one that they don't use. And we try to invent new things. For years, people have asked me, can you do this in my house? And we're selling the catwalks in kit form. And the idea is that for a
Gute Idee.
very reasonable price,
Gute Idee.
you'll get a catwalk complete. It will be able to install via basic carpentry skills, and they'll be like ours. They'll be floating. And the proceeds of that will be going towards
Sehr
Zen by
gute
Cat,
Idee.
which goes towards...
Und die sind weich, Chat, da ist Filz drin. das für die Katzen weich ist, das nicht so hart ist, sondern nochmal weich. 40 Euro ist, ich weiß nicht, ne? Der Typ muss ja auch von irgendwas leben, ist doch geil. Stell dich mal vor, hier hinter wäre so, ne, hinter mir, wäre so alles voll mit so kleinen Katzenstufen und ich hätte so 2 Katzen und dann können die sich da können die so rumschlängeln, das wäre doch süß.
FIP research. I belong to a lot of social media sites that these groups for FIP, both private and open groups. And every day the story is the same. You see new members joining and saying, you know, I adopted a kitten for me or my kid and it got a cold and suddenly I'm told I have to euthanize it. And it's so horrific. You're so helpless. You're told there's nothing you can do. These people are heartbroken and they want to do something. And we're trying to give them a constructive way to do something. That's my great hope for this.
Süß, süß, süß. Ja, ja, Mann mit Glatze, Johnny Sins, Omegalul. Aber echt ein sehr cooler Typ. Sehr, sehr cooler Typ, Chat.